Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Om.
Over to you, Mahaprabhu Kripa Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्णा मेरी ऑडिबिलिटी ठीक है?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Madhav Charan Prabhu, for the introduction. I really do not know whether I deserve it or not. I am talking in English because this course is supposed to be in English, and that is. I would like to really thank Madhav Charan Prabhu for the words which you have shared about me. Though, you know, I would say I really do not deserve a fraction of it also. And I always look at you sometime with envy because you have taken the right path, the right road at such a young age. And so that is something which makes it, very convenient and very appropriate for you to go back to Godhead. And people like me who probably took it at a later date, find it that, we probably made a mistake by not joining this mission at an earlier date. Nevertheless, because Prabhupada ji has said very clearly when he was asked in America by a devotee, how much time does it take to go to back to Godhead? So he had replied that not even a moment. So if you surrender completely, then the next moment is you are in the level of having achieved the Almighty Lord Krishna in the state of this human body itself. You don't have to leave this human body to have achieved the Almighty Krishna. Living in a living spirit itself, you can achieve it. What is required is surrender. And surrender with the ultimate backbone of prem, ultimate love for Ishwar, love for Krishna, love for Radha Govind. So with this, I would like to welcome all of you, all devotees. I would really like to welcome uh, all Vaishnavas. I'll request you, Vaishnavas, to please bless me. I would like to take the dust from your lotus feet of each one of you present here and put it on my head so that I'm also equally blessed. In the spiritual paradigm, we are not in any way equated vis-a-vis the age of the body. We are equated with the soul. The purity of the soul is what the calculation is. It has nothing to do with the age of the body. So each one of you over here is equally senior and probably more senior than me. You know, Prahlad Maharaj, at a very young age of 5, you know, uh, one of the most maximum numbers of chapters which are dedicated in the Bhagavad Mahapuran on Prahlad Maharaj, just being 5 years, 6 years. So age is not something which is in any way, rather younger the age, purer you are, younger the age, more absorption you can have, and younger the age, easier it is for you to reach to Krishna. So now we are going to start, and before we start, I will start with Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रेस्ता भूतले श्रीमति भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनी इति नमे नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी परस्यानी निर्वाच्य शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारणी. So we on an average are going to take up 1 hour per book, and as Madhav Charan Prabhu had mentioned, uh, even if we can absorb one line of any of the books, any of the literature given to us by Prabhupada, we would have probably made it in terms of the objective of life is concerned. But still, we will go ahead. We do not know which line is going to basically be your favorite line. So the attempt made over here in this presentation is essentially to bring out to you the nuggets, the gems from each of these 7 books. the protocol which I followed was basically going through each of these 7 books, going through each and every word, each and every line, and what my limited wisdom, limited intelligence allowed me, I felt this is important, so I picked it up and put it in the presentation. So this presentation has been tailor-made so that the nuggets, from the huge ocean of nuggets of Prabhupada can be brought out. So in the process, I may have failed, but do pardon me. I will try to definitely do justice to your time. Thank you again for joining on this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hare Krishna. So let us move ahead. I'll request you before we move ahead to a couple of things. Number one is please be interactive. You are most welcome to ask questions towards the end. You're most welcome. That time I'll request Nam Mataji to please keep it in interactive mode so people can interact. Number one. Number two, lot of effort has gone into these presentations, so please keep your pen and pencil and paper ready. So please keep on making notes. If you need to do that, recording would be available to you. And if you want, you can take photographs from your mobile phone. Number four, since this is in the presentation mode, it will be more beneficial if you can see it on your laptop or on your desktop. Mobile is also okay these days, but it will give you a better feeling is what the thought is. And so these are some of the thoughts which I wanted to share with you. So here we start with this book, Krishna Consciousness, the Matchless Gift. In my WhatsApp messages, you may have seen, just a second. I said in my WhatsApp messages, you must have seen one video which I had shared about what I had said, that death is not the problem. The entire material world is revolving around the fact that death is the problem. Death is not the problem. The problem is that after having gone through 84 lakhs species and countless more births, we die to be born again, and then again we die to be born again and again to die. So we get ample opportunities to be born and to die. So dying is not the problem. Dying is not something which we have to be disappointed about it at all. What is the problem? The problem is that despite of having got this great opportunity of the human birth, which is coming after 84 lakh species into N, we still miss this opportunity of the purpose of the human birth. And we are totally enamored by materiality. So having missed out this opportunity, it becomes a great challenge, and we miss out the human birth, and hence we miss out the chance of being one with the Almighty Lord Krishna. So that is the tragedy. So you can please note down in your copy, death is not the problem. The tragedy is not knowing the purpose of human birth. So you can please note it down. Like many people say, oh, that person has died. Oh, that is, Om Shanti and all that. So that is not a problem. If he has died having achieved the purpose of human birth, it is an utsav. It is a celebration. If the objective has not been achieved, then is a disappointment, because you don't know the next birth is going to be a human birth or not. Are you with me? If you are with me, just raise your hands, because I am going to make it interactive. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. There is a Bengali poet, and he says, the great Vaishnava poet, Just a second. Bengali poet says, when a man is haunted by ghosts, he can only speak nonsense. Yes, he will blabber about. Similarly, anyone who is under the influence of material nature should be considered to be haunted. And whatever he speaks should be considered nonsense. This is a Bengali Vaishnava poet who is saying, and Prabhupada has quoted him in the first chapter, Spiritual Knowledge Through Krishna. Prabhupada says this. So essentially speaking, we are all like haunted by ghosts because we are all under the influence of material nature. And hence, we are in a way talking all nonsense all the time. Once this lecture is over, I will be back to my own trip. Maybe some of you maybe also be like me. So this is the paradigm shift. Aim of this Krishna consciousness movement is to bring all living entities back to their original consciousness. So our present consciousness is what? Please note down. Our present consciousness is material consciousness, which is akin to as if a ghost has got into your body. And what is our original consciousness? Original is what? Pure. Original is pure. Original is Krishna consciousness because there is no difference between our quality and the quality of Almighty Krishna. You know, when a child is born, he comes from the dry clean of Lord, right? So he is very pure, he is very innocent. For him, the fire is also the same, the butterfly is also the same, the sword is also the same, the valley is also the same. But in due course of time, basically, dirt starts coming into the intelligence. In the material world, it is very difficult to find a sane living entity. This is what Prabhupada is writing. Just imagine. This was almost 55, 60 years back. He says in the material world, it is very difficult to find a sane living entity. The prevailing atmosphere of insanity in this world is all caused by the infection of material consciousness. So on the one side is material consciousness, right, or impurity, or temporary, and on the other side is Krishna consciousness or Almighty consciousness or purity. Prabhupada says we need to going from impurity to purity. He says material world is full of such people. When water falls from the cloud, it is uncontaminated like distilled water. But as soon as it touches the ground, it becomes muddy and discolored. Similarly, we are originally pure spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna. What a lovely example Prabhupada has given. You know, the soul or the water vapor is absolutely pure. By the time it falls down on earth, it becomes muddy. And it remains muddy. Unless and until you go through tap. Tap means distillation. When the water is heated, again the water vapor happens. And when the water vapor happens, it condenses, again it is at the same level of purity. Right? So I'll request, please keep on noting. When you keep on noting, what happens is, your hand is also a subset of your memory. It doubly reinforces your memory. And subsequently, when you look back, you have something to look back upon and learn from. So this book is approximately 100 pages, and we are going to do it in 1 hour. Living entities in this conditional world, this is Bhagavad Gita 15.7, are my fragmental parts, and they are eternal. But due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which includes the mind. The Lord is saying very clearly that each of you soul are my fragmented parts, right? But because of the conditioned life, what do you mean by conditioned life? Conditioned life means the moment you are born, your mother says, I am mother, father says, I am father, brother says, is brother, right? This is my house, India is my country, right? I live in this house, this is my school. This is what? This is conditioning. And this conditioning ultimately gets into the better of us. And this becomes logic. So everything goes for a toss. So we keep on struggling all throughout our life vis-a-vis what we have been conditioned in our childhood. Because all these parameters, that this is my father, this is my mother, is a temporary thing. Our father and mother are Krishna only. Right? I cannot say this is my home. This is not my home. This is Krishna's home. I am a temporary person over here. Nothing belongs to me. This country does not belong to me. This country is not mine. This house is not mine. This degree is not mine. This job is not mine. Everything belongs to Krishna. Even my name is not mine. Even my soul is his. Even my soul is not there. Forget about the body. But we are conditioned to believe the fact that this is all mine. So I am neither a man nor a woman. Everything belongs to Krishna. Once we start knowing it, there is no problem at all. Because once there is no ownership of anything, ownership is with Krishna, where is the reason to fight? Today this war is happening, that war is happening. Why? Because this piece of land is mine, that piece of land is mine. Because you are this, you are that, you are holding that fate, this is my fate. So that is where it is. So we have started up, momentum will pick up, our speed will also pick up. Spiritual knowledge through Krishna. 9.1 Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada quotes it in a context. So I am trying to put the context together so that in same time. Material nature is working under my direction. Lord is saying material nature is working under my direction. O son of Kunti, producing all the moving and unmoving beings. So, using the word beings, so a tree is also a being, a plant is a being, a mountain is a being, a river is a being. Can you please note down the word praja? The original meaning of the word praja is, like we say, prajatantra. In Sanskrit, praja means mountain, river, animal, insects, fishes, trees, forests, and also human beings. While the present day modern meaning of praja is only human beings. So Lord is saying the material nature is working under my direction. O son of Kunti, producing all the moving and unmoving beings. And by its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. So, forget about ownership. Whatever is created, of which only Krishna is the owner, that is again being annihilated. Created, annihilated, created, annihilated. And we are trying to be the Chaudhary. Oh, this belongs to me. Right? So please note down. Is working under my direction. Krishna says working under my direction. So we do not need to be, the mode of goodness, the mode of passion, the mode of ignorance. Everything is under his direction. So when somebody is having a very negative nature or is very greedy, we should not be judgmental. So the Lord is saying working under my direction. The supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly kings understood it in that way. The Lord is basically clarifying about the spiritual knowledge through Krishna. that it has come to the Guru Shiksha Parampara. Whenever the Guru Shiksha Parampara is lost, then the Almighty comes again and basically reinitiates. I'm very happy to see how many of you are making notes. I can see it from your attention of your hand and your head. So that is keeping all your senses occupied in the service of Krishna. You're keeping your hands in the service of Krishna, your eyes in the service of Krishna, your ears in the service of Krishna, your body in the service of Krishna. This is devotional service. Like Ambrish Maharaj, when he was the biggest devotee, because he would keep all his senses, all his body parts always occupied. So this is a wonderful occasion for us, 7 hours, to be in devotional service. So let us multiply this. If we repeat that information, then what we are speaking can also be accepted as perfect and authoritative. So let me share with you whatever I'm going to talk in this next 7 hours. Not a single millimeter is going to be out of my mundane intelligence. No, I am following 100% whatever Prabhupada has put, whatever is coming from Krishna, what is coming from scriptures. I consider myself a fallen soul to give any of my intelligence. 100% as it is coming, as it is being given to you. It is not necessary for us to practice such severe austerities, but simply by following in the footsteps of Vedic authorities, we also can see God eye to eye. This vision of God is the perfection of life. Dhruv Maharaj, this is coming whereby in Bhagavatam. So, if we just follow the Guru Shiksha Parampara, we can see God eye to eye. Now, let me tell you one thing very clearly. It is no big deal to see God at all. This is going to be dedicated subsequently, but just I'll touch upon it. The fact of the matter is, the last question in Bhagavatam, in Uddhav Gita, when Lord Uddhav is sitting with Lord Krishna and he says, Lord, you have told me a lot. Now, can you tell me something? Net. Lord says the final things in Uddhav Gita, he says, anyone who sees me in everything and everyone has finally achieved me and will definitely come to me. Look, it is very clearly given in Bhagavad Gita that Lord says, I am there in everybody's heart, right? So when I am seeing each one of you, I am seeing that in each one of you, Lord Krishna is there. And if there are total of 77 students, so 77 devotees over here today, it is not 77, it is 77 plus 1, 78. Because Krishna is 100% there. We just have to believe it. That's it. So once we believe it, that He is there in each one of us, He is listening to us, right? He is charging us, right? He is motivating us, He is directing us, then there will be no judgment whatsoever as far as we are concerned. That is the easiest way to see Him everywhere. Each one of you is a form and shape, an aspiration of the Almighty Father, Krishna. Hence the reflection of the Almighty. This is one of the most powerful verses of Bhagavad Gita, 18.66. Look, if you see any of the religions, they all say you follow this and hence that will happen. They're in all the religions. I would not like to name them. But here, what does Lord say? He says, abandon all varieties of religion. Because He knew that it is going to create complication. He says, abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. And in return, I shall protect you from all sinful reactions. Therefore, you have nothing to fear. I consider this as the most important verse of Bhagavad Gita. And this is there in the first chapter of this Matchless gift. Here, our Lord Himself is saying, don't get confused. Don't keep on saying that I'm Sanatan Dharam, I'm Hindu, or XYZ. Just Forget it. There will be people who will be running their shops and it will complicate you. He said, just surrender unto me. Just surrender, take a Dandvat Pranam and say, Prabhu, I have been stuck for 84 lakh pieces into n number of times. Please, I surrender you. I have made a lot of mistakes and I continue to make mistakes. Even as of now, as we talk, please take care of me and I do not want to be taking birth again. Please protect me. And he says, okay, done. Done. That's what Prabhupada said. Only it takes a moment. And this is 18.66 in that moment once we surrender to him. The best and ultimate authority is Krishna. So please note down 18.66 and put double tick, triple tick, four tick, five tick, six ticks. 18.66. So whenever in doubt, go and read 18.66. The best and ultimate authority is Krishna, for he is our eternal well-wisher. He always speaks for our benefit. Since we have to accept some authority, why not accept the Supreme? Simply by hearing of his glories from Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and by chanting his name, Hare Krishna, we can swiftly perfect our lives. So I'll request you to chant the holy name, because we chant the holy name, it purifies our hearts. Once it purifies our heart, prema comes. Once prema comes, what happens? Krishna is comfortable with us, and then we are going to back to God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Thank you so much. So, simply by hearing of his glories, so just remember one thing, the Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavatam, our Lord himself in word form. The Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is Lord Krishna himself. When you are chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, remember Lord Krishna is chanting on your tongue. He is dancing on your tongue. Radha Rani and Krishna are dancing on your tongue. Remember that. So please do not make any offense. They are dancing on your tongue. That is the power. We are so close. We are so close. We are so fortunate that we just don't want to believe it. And it's difficult for us to believe it. That we are so close. So this is what it is. You know? Knowledge is perfect because it is coming from perfect books of knowledge such as Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, which are nothing but Lord Krishna himself. Now we come to the second chapter, getting out the material mire. We already talked about it. We will talk in greater detail. Krishna never tolerates offenses committed at the lotus feet of Vaishnava. A Vaishnava, however, is always ready to forgive such offenses. So you all Vaishnavas are here, right? So just remember this thing. Please note down. Vaishnava is very, very close to the Almighty. A Vaishnava may forgive you for some mistake you may make. But if you make a mistake or an offense against a Vaishnava, Krishna will not forgive you. Are you getting my point? So whenever there is a situation where you have to take a call whether this is right or wrong, it is better to keep your mouth shut. Because you do not know, you may be making an offense. Time is less in Kali Yuga. We have very less amount of time. Our life is totally conditioned, right? So it is best not to be judgmental. And it's possible that somebody may not look like a Vaishnava, but he may be Vaishnava. It is in no condition that you are wearing a tikka, so you are a Vaishnava. It's not that you are wearing a dhoti, so you are a Vaishnava. You may be a Vaishnava at heart. So please do not be judgmental. Kripa Mabudi. A Vaishnava is an ocean of mercy. A pure Vaishnava is compared to such a wish-fulfilling tree, for he can bestow a matchless gift upon a sincere disciple. This is Krishna consciousness. You would say, this looks like him only, we are friends. So please don't use your intelligence, because the power of a Vaishnava is between Krishna and the Vaishnava. Even the Vaishnava is not aware of it. You will be surprised to know when a Vaishnava says something, Lord says, I am compelled to honor it, even if I have to go against my words. It has happened so many times in Mahabharata. Just to prove that what his devotee is saying is right, Lord is willing to prove himself wrong. Lord says very clearly in Bhagavad Mahapuran, I am the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. For example, I go and say, Lord, I am your servant. The Lord says, but I am the servant of the servant of the servant of your servant. This is what Lord is saying in Bhagavad Mahapuran. Just imagine the amount of humility. Lord is saying, Lord is putting himself in the position of a very, very menial servant. So what does it mean? It means Lord is telling very clearly, I love humility. Hence, please note down. Lord loves humility. Underline, bold. Put a flag. Put two. He loves humility. If somebody says, I am XYZ, Lord says, it doesn't make any difference to me. Because once you have humility, then purity comes. Once purity comes, love comes. And that's the only thing which we can give to Krishna, because there is nothing which we have. Only love is something which we can give. A Vaishnava is addressed as Mahabhag, which means Bhag bahut acha hai iska. He is fortunate. This is coming through Vyasdev. It is the duty of Vaishnava to go from door to door to try to get unfortunate people to accept good fortune. A Vaishnava thinks, how can these people be delivered from their hellish life? I had sent a video, I think most of you must have seen, in which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there, and one of his very close devotees said, Mahaprabhu, you have come. So why don't you take all these people with you to, Golok, Vaikunt? And whatever offenses they have made, please put it on my account. That is the true Vaishnava. That is the humility of a Vaishnava, and that is what a Vaishnava is known for being merciful to all. Their only mission is to save sinful men who are suffering. They have knowledge of how to do this. So the only business of a Vaishnava is to give mercy to one and all. Because what you give, Krishna gives you that multiple number of times. It's simple. This is not the mathematics of the material world. Mathematics of Krishna is 1 to the power of 100 or more. So here Prabhupada gives the context about Prahlad Maharaj, where he says, there is only one source of anxiety for me. I am anxious for those who are not Krishna conscious. For myself, I have no anxiety, but I am thinking of them. Prahlad Maharaj was one of the greatest Vaishnavas at the age of 5 years. I want to share with you, my dear devotees, I want to share with you Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whenever he would sit with, other devotees, and they would like to go through the Bhagavatam, he would always say, please let us go through the Katha of Prahlad Maharaj. It is documented that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had listened to the story of Prahlad Maharaj more than anything else, and it went to more than 100 times. There are around about 7, 8 chapters in the Bhagavad Puran on Prahlad. Maya Sukhya Maya means false illusory. We try to create a very comfortable situation, but we only succeed in creating another uncomfortable situation. What does it mean? It means we want one house, two house, three house. We want increase in salary. We want this. We want one car, two car, three car. Ultimately, it is increasing in misery only. Because why it is increasing in misery? Because the valuable time of human birth which we have got, which is to basically achieve Krishna, is getting wasted in paying home loan. It is getting wasted in car loan, etc. etc. Conditioning है ना life में what to do. बच्चा है पढ़ेगा convent school he will go then he has to go to IIT then he has to go to multinational corporation all those. I went through the same thing and when I look back all time wasted. Hare Krishna. But I am looking at it as what probably it is and whatever has happened with the mercy of Prabhupada. I am very thankful to Prabhupada. I am thankful to Guru Maharaj. I am thankful to all of you, my dear Vaishnava friends. Prahlad Maharaj says that materialistic persons have unnecessarily burdened themselves for temporary happiness. Unnecessarily burden themselves for temporary happiness. In Vedic civilization, it is recommended that one frees himself from material life. That is the reason why we have got Brahmachari ashram, we have got Grihast ashram, we have got Vanprastha, we have got Sannyasa. Are you all enjoying it? I would like you to raise your hands and share if you are all enjoying it. The class. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Rashmi ji. Thank you, Vaman Prabhu ji. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for smiling also. Thank you so much. Because Krishna is in our presence, so we are all at the mercy of Krishna and Prabhupada. If one can execute Krishna consciousness in family life, that is also recommended. In Bhagavad Mahapuran, I would like to share with you, it is mentioned very clearly that Vyasadeva says that you are allowed to be a husband only if you can take your wife back to Godhead. You are allowed to be a father only if you can take your children back to Godhead. Right? Otherwise, you are not allowed. Are you getting what I'm saying? This is a very important thing. So Prahlad Maharaj says that we have unnecessarily burdened ourselves by temporary happiness. You all prepare for class 10 to class 12, but once the result comes, what happens? The happiness is only for half an hour. Prahlad Maharaj said that I have learned the art of always remaining in Krishna consciousness. What is that art? That art is simply glorifying the victorious activities and pastimes of the Lord. So please note down, the more you are into Krishna Katha, the more you are into Krishna Katha, Krishna Katha, Krishna Katha. You have that book, Krishna book? So read it please every day before going to sleep. The more you discuss about Krishna, you are into Krishna Katha, the more your soul will get purified. Prahlad Maharaj says, my dear Lord, there are many saintly persons and sages who are very interested in their own liberation. They are living in solitary places in Himalayas. They do not talk to anyone. Right? And they are always afraid of mixing with ordinary people. They think, better let me save myself. In fact, Prabhupada said also, just wanted to share that the Kali Yuga is in such a bad situation. If you can save yourself, you would have done yourself a big seva. So Prabhupada also said that please save yourself first. But the quality of a Vaishnava is that he also tries to help others. Bhagavatam, it comes 7.9.44. I agree that these greatly saintly persons do not come to the cities. This is what? Who is saying this? Prahlad Maharaj is saying. So Prahlad Maharaj, being a great Vaishnava, is regretting the fact that these saintly persons are not uplifting the others. This is the quality of a Vaishnava. Prahlad Maharaj has compassion for all, right? He says, my Lord, I do not need salvation alone, because Lord had asked him, what do you want? He says, unless I take all these fools with me, unless I take all these fools with me, I shall not go. Right? Thus he refused to go to the kingdom of God without taking all the fallen souls. I simply want to teach them how to surrender unto you. That's all is my goal. So this, if I have to compress the entire Bhagavad Gita into 3 words, how to surrender unto you. 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 Once you are able to serve, because that is the only thing which Lord is asking you, na? If you are able to do, you are done. Surrender is thus emphasized because a Vaishnava knows that as soon as he surrenders, the path is green signal. Somehow or the other, let them all bow down before Krishna. This is a very simple method. All one has to do is to bow down. When I told you the Dandavat Pranam, my Lord Krishna. This is, please take a photograph of this. My Lord, when you Dandavat Pranam, what do you say? My Lord Krishna, I was forgetful of you so long, for so many lives. Now I have come to consciousness of you. Please accept me. My Lord Krishna, I was forgetful of you for so long, for so many lives. Now I have come to you, conscious of you. Please accept. That is all. If one simply learns this technique and sincerely surrenders to the Lord, the path is immediately open. This is the aim of real Vaishnava for himself and to others. I hope you like this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bhagavad Gita 15.15. From me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. In this way, Krishna gives us a chance. If we want Krishna, he will give us a chance to have him. And if we don't want Krishna, he will give us a chance to forget him. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Please, each and every word has been mined from 100 pages. And those 100 pages have been in turn been mined by Prabhupada from lakhs of pages. Lord says, if you want to forget me, I'll give you the intelligence to forget me. If you want to forget me, I'll give you the intelligence to forget me. So he is so merciful, he will give you what you want. If you say, I want to be the Prime Minister of India, he will definitely make you the Prime Minister of India. It may take 100 more births, but in the process, you are stuck for the next 100 births. So, hold your ears. Please don't desire anything. Only desire his love, his prem, and surrender to him. That is the only gateway to not taking any further births. After advising Arjuna, it comes in Bhagavad Gita 18.73. He said, now I will explain everything to you. Whatever you desire, you can do. After having run through 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, 700 verses, 650 verses, what does Lord Krishna say? He does not say my way or highway. He says, up to you what you want to do. So, Lord has given free democracy. Do what you want to do. Are you getting my point? So, please let us not misuse the democracy which we have been given. 6.1.8 Bhagavad Mahapuran. You should know that you are responsible, and according to the gravity of your sins, you should accept some type of atonement as described. in the scriptures. You know, we all have made mistakes, and at least I have made a lot of mistakes. And whatever sins have been done, you may have not done, but I have made a lot of sins. So I need to do atonement for that. So it comes very clearly, and we should do that, and we should surrender to Lord. Lord, this is the mistakes I've made. Please forgive me. Hence, what is happens, it says it, Mam eti, he returns to Krishna. If we are to go to Krishna, we must prepare a spiritual body. That preparation is the process of Krishna consciousness. Please note down, what is Krishna consciousness? Krishna consciousness is to make from this physical body into a spiritual body. From this physical body into the spiritual body. Try to understand. For example, you have got a mobile phone, 5G, 4G, 3G, 2G. It is basically catching that frequency. Radio, it is catching that frequency. Unless and until you match that frequency, you will not catch the sound waves. You will not catch it. Likewise, we have to have ourselves the spiritual wavelength. Once we have the spiritual wavelength, then we will become Krishna consciousness, and then we will reach him. So whatever we are going through in the 7 books is basically getting into that vibration of Krishna consciousness. I'll give one simple example. Iron is iron. Once you put it in fire, what happens? Iron becomes fire. It is no more iron, right? It is fire. Likewise, you have to get this body into spiritual consciousness, Krishna consciousness. This is the most important thing. This is the bridge which basically takes us to Krishna. Love, prem, bhav. You read all the books. 7 books, 700 books, 7,000 books. If love for Krishna is not there, you have not offered anything to him. Because that is the only thing which you can offer. Anything else, everything belongs to him. Na? The flower belongs to him, water belongs to him, fruit belongs to him, tulsi belongs to him, my body belongs to him, my soul belongs to him. What can I offer? I cannot offer because everything belongs to him. I can't make a temple because it anyway belongs to him. Only thing which I can is prem, prem, bhav. That is what all our Goswamis are known for. Mirabai is known for. Nanded is known for. Tukaram is known for. They are known for prem. One cannot even kill an ant without being irresponsible because you have to see Krishna over there. Be careful. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, flower, fruit, Lord is saying with love. That's why I said bold and underline. With love. Without love, like people like me, we offer bhog because I have to eat. I have to go take my breakfast, take my lunch. So I offer. Love is missing because I am not a pure devotee. You all are pure devotees, so I can learn from you. So hence we have to offer with love. If we cannot offer with love, then it is ZERO. Lord says, you love me, I love you. Krishna is, try to love me, learn how to love me, offer something to me. The important point is that we simply have to try to learn how to love Krishna. Please write it down. Love to Krishna, underline it, make a box out of it, put right, put flags, put highlighter. That is what it is. This then is the method of Krishna consciousness. This is the method of Krishna consciousness. Love will make your heart pure. Once purity comes, frequency changes. Frequency changes, you are in the frequency of love. Because Krishna is nothing but love. If I have to speak his language, I have to speak the language of love, na? Because he is love alone. He is love alone. So I have to also come into that frequency of love, na? Then only it will happen, na? So you have to get into a relationship with love, with Lord Krishna. You be his father, you be his son, you be his friend, you be his conjugal lover, you be whatever, or you be all of them, whatever. Establish our relationship, and that's it. Talk to him. I am this or I am that. In this way, we create so many artificial identities. In the WhatsApp group, I had said, na, with my identity as a medical practitioner, my identity as an investment banker. These are all false. That is all fraud. That is basically misleading me. My only relationship, what my relationship with Krishna is, that is it. Nothing else. Everything else is false. Our relationship with Krishna, however, is eternal and not subject to time and circumstances. Our relationship with a father, mother at home is temporary. Children, temporary. A relationship with Krishna is eternal. Eternal. So you want something which is eternal thing or you want something which is temporary? Obviously eternal. So these are all parts and parts of how Prabhupada is guiding us to love Krishna. He's giving logic, he's giving techniques. All cooking is carried on for Krishna, not for one's own purpose. Ultimately, we shall eat prasadam, right? But then we should cook for Krishna. Fallen souls like me, fallen people like me, they cook for the family. And by the way, Krishna is offered. So this is what I have to learn, that I do not make this mistake. Such a style of life in which everything is done for Krishna promotes the development of Krishna consciousness. We simply have to understand that we are acting for Krishna and not for our personal satisfaction. Personal satisfaction. I like ice cream, so I'll give it to Krishna, right? I like aam panna, so I'll give it to Krishna. That is how it happens, as far as I am concerned. So we have to see, no, what Krishna would like. And in the process, take it as a prasad. Our engagement should be eternal because we are eternal and we are eternal, we are forever. In Sanatan Dhanam, there is no concept of death because Atma is forever. And that eternal engagement is rendering service to Krishna in love. Krishna is the supreme eternal and we are subordinate of Krishna. Those who try to deny Krishna and live outside of any relation to him are actually leading a sinful life. So please note down, no relationship with Krishna is equal to sinful life. Foolish life, sinful life. I was telling you about this Vasudev Datta, in which I just repeated. And says to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, now that you have come, kindly deliver all people on this earth and take them to Vaikuntha, the spiritual world. And if you think that they are so sinful that they cannot be delivered, please transfer all their sins onto me. I shall suffer for them. This is Vaishnava mercy. This is the cardinal point of humility, cardinal point of love. Love, prem bhav, which Lord loves. Sukdev Goswami says, Bhagavatam 6.1.8, in order to free oneself from all the reactions of sinful activities, as long as one is embodied, he should atone. So whatever sinful activities are done, he should keep on atoning for it. Ask his forgiveness. If some atonement for our sinful activities is not performed, nature will not excuse us. Please see that I put it in bold, and this bold is for myself, for myself. Nature will not excuse us. So we have to atone. Work done as a sacrifice for Lord has to be performed. Otherwise, work binds one to this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction. And in that way, you will always remain unattached and free from bondage. For example, you are a teacher. You go to the school, you teach. Whenever you start teaching, please pray to Lord. Each of the student over here, you are sitting over there. I am teaching them as your representative for you. I have no role to commit. I have no role to perform. I'm just your servant. I am serving you. Likewise, whatever you are doing, please dovetail dovetail Krishna. Then only it will become a devotional service. Or what will happen is that the material world will bind us and we'll get into karma. The moment we say, okay, look, I have done this, I have done that, you are gone. That is where it is. You have to always say that it is being done by Krishna himself, on behalf of Krishna, for Krishna, right? I'm not even a humble instrument. I'm not of any significance. Therefore, the scriptures say that whoever accepts this body as a self and accepts the bodily relations of wife, children, and family as his own is illusioned. Look, illusioned is in red, it is bold red, it is underlined also. Our Shastras are saying very clearly, oh, this is your father, your mother, your children, wife. You are illusion. Illusion means false. But at the same time, all of them also have Krishna in them. So you serve them with all your dedication. You serve your husband, you serve your wife, serve your children, serve your parents, as if you're serving Krishna. So dovetailing is happening, so devotional service is happening, so seva is happening. Okay? So it's a very, very scientific thing. People are willing to give up their lives for the land where they were born, but they do not know that land, body, wife, children, country, society, they have nothing to do with it. This realization of knowledge, and when we come to this point of knowledge, we become happy. So all these, designations which we have created, I am his father, I am his son, etc., etc., I am working in Morgan Stanley, I am working in Times of India, this is all nonsense. In real sense, it is of no consequence. You have to say, the Lord gave me an opportunity to be of service to Him, hence gave me a chance to use His material faculties to be in Morgan Stanley, so that I can serve His planet, His people, His living, and be fair to all as His medium. He who transcendently situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman. He never laments nor desires anything. He is equally disposed to all living entities, and in that state he achieves pure devotional service unto me. So this is the conclusion which is coming in Bhagavad Gita 18.54. What is happening net is he never has any desire. He is equally disposed to all living entities, and he achieves pure devotional service, and finally he achieves. So please, 18.54, bold, underline, highlight. I had mentioned about Parikshit Maharaj. I'll repeat it again. He was very intelligent. He said, by atonement, one can become free from sinful activities. But suppose a man has committed murder and then is killed, the sinful reaction of his murder is thus neutralized. But it is not guaranteed that in the next life he will not kill another man. One who engages in full devotional service, who does not fall down in any circumstance, at once transcends the mode of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. The point which you are saying is that this is the entire thing, the process. Lord has explained it in Bhagavad Gita, Lord has explained it in Bhagavad Mahapuran. So once we start following this process, we will keep on making mistakes. But once we keep on repeating, reading, and then absorbing, and changing ourselves, then our frequency will change from material frequency to spiritual frequency. And then our heart will be purified. Then what will happen? Love will come. And then what will happen? Love is the frequency of Almighty, and then we will reach Lord in Vaikuntha. Krishna conscious process does not recommend atonement or that atonement. One can go on experimenting by atoning. Now, this is also very important. Please understand, atonement has been specified, but here what is being said, one can go on experimenting by atoning, but the disease of the soul will remain unless one comes to the platform of rendering devotional service in love and purifying his life. So more than atonement, you definitely say, forgive me for all the mistakes, but please dovetail yourself, do devotional service, and that is the process whereby we will actually be in a position to atone and surrender onto him and reach him. In the fourth chapter, Parikshit Maharaj said that repetitive sinning and atoning seem to me like nothing but a waste of time. So repeating is also not something which is permitted. You make the same mistake again, right? Ordinary people or karmis are fruitive actors who work all day and night to get some enjoyable results, and they again suffer. Thus, the problem of such karmis are never solved. So we are all karmis. We should be very careful. The first necessity is tapasya or acceptance of austerity. Austerity is what? When you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning daily, take a bath, do Mangal Aarti, do chanting of, Sola Mala, right? Do all the four regulative principles. That is all austerity. Do Ekadasi and all that. So voluntary acceptance of a miserable condition is tapasya. But Prabhupada has made it in such a way that it does not become miserable. It becomes something, an association for purity and love and happiness. So without tapasya, one cannot advance in spiritual life. If one wants to become an initiated member of a Krishna consciousness society, he first of all asks him to undergo tapasya. Tapasya means he says, yes, you have to go for 16 rounds, no onion, no garlic, all that we say for 2 years, and then you get the Harinam Diksha. Prabhupada was asked, can you make me a Brahman by an American devotee? The Swamiji said, yes, why not? You have to observe the four principles. No illicit sex, intoxication, gambling, and meat eating. But austerity, celibacy, and control of the mind and senses, one can advance in pure life. Similarly, advancement can be made through charity, properly directed. That is called tyag or renunciation. If one has $1 million, he should not keep it. But as long as it is in his jurisdiction, he should spend it for Krishna. Money or energy properly utilized when it is directed to Krishna. So, you should always understand that Lakshmi always sits in the footsteps of Vishnu. Lakshmi is always there in the footsteps of Krishna. So, remember this photograph always. A person may leave the world declaring how the money should be spent by his sons or heirs, but even if one leaves millions of dollars in his next life, he has no claim. Therefore, as long as it is in one's hand, it is better to spend it in Krishna consciousness as much as possible. Bhagavad Gita 9.29, I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me in devotional service is my friend, and I am also a friend. So Bhagavad Gita explained that the mode of goodness knows the sooner we feel Krishna's mind. Because we are conditioned, we don't believe it. So better it will be should read it. Even if you are going to Dham, spending money on the Dham, that is all. Basically, you are putting the money in Krishna consciousness. It is also stated in Bhagavad Gita that if one does not spend his money for yajna, sacrifice, he is understood to be a thief. Because why is the thief? Because the money belongs to Krishna. Na? It is his mercy that you have got it. Na? And you have got it by the three modes. Na? And those three modes are anyway being directed by him. Na? Intelligence is coming through him only. Na? Forgetfulness is coming through him. Na? Everything is coming through him. We should not frivolous or waste time. If he wants this knowledge, he has to practice austerity tapasya. And the beginning of tapasya has already explained is brahmacharya. That's why our system of life was that first, till you get into Grihastha ashram, you have to be a brahmachari. Whatever is spent in terms of energy should be for Krishna. One who is very highly learned does not distinguish between a learned scholar. So just remember this: somebody who is actually learned, you should not make any judgment. You should not say he's a scholar, he's a Shudra, he's a dog, he's a cow. No, no judgments. This is there in Bhagavad Gita 5.18. And we are always criticized that we have a caste system, but nobody reads this 5.18. So everything is in our Bhagavad Gita, and we are unnecessarily criticized for caste system. It's not so. Caste system was nothing but division of labor. Now we come to steadiness in Krishna consciousness. Like a clock of pendulum, we are always coming from enjoyment to renunciation. You know, you are in renunciation mode now. Once the class is over, again you'll get into enjoyment. So it is like this. So we need to correct ourselves. We need to discipline ourselves. In the light of the actual facts that have no actual meaning, bhoga is thrivery and tyag, renunciation of what never belongs to us, is a form of endurance. So we should always get out of bhoga because it doesn't belong to us. We should always dovetail. Whatever we want to do, dovetail it with Krishna. So Dev Goswami says in 6.1.15 Srimad Bhagavatam, one who is extremely fortunate takes the process of pure devotional service. All of you know what devotional service is. Devotional service is dovetailing everything in the servicing of Krishna. Just as I said, when you go to office, you go to a school, you're teaching, you're servicing your parents, your family, you're thinking that Krishna is there. So that is what is devotional service. You're doing a mala, you're offering prasad to Lord, you're all devotional service. Dhruv Maharaja said, how foolish I was that I took the devotional service with a desire for material profit. Because when he had gone to the forest, he wanted the throne of his father. So he said, I was foolish. So at the end, in this book, we need to transcend all types of designation, which I had already given an example. All type of designations are false. Only our relationship with Lord is permanent. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So hence we have completed the first book, and I would like you to raise your hands if you have all enjoyed it. Please raise your hands. Thank you so much. Please keep smiling. And those who still have not put their cameras on, I would welcome them. Put their cameras on. Thank you so much for participating so lively. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Now we will go to the second book, Perfection of